This is the year 2147. Humanity has flourished and expanded into the galaxy, but Earth is dying. Oceans have boiled, ice caps have melted, and most of the planet is now a barren desert. Brilliant young scientist Rami is desperate to find a solution. Rami's research leads him to discover that in 23 years, an asteroid the size of a mountain will crash into Earth, causing complete devastation. This discovery sends him on a mission to build a time machine to travel back to the year 2025 and warn humanity of the impending disaster so they can take action to prevent it. With the machine almost complete, Rami is visited by his wife, Nadia, who he hasn't seen in months due to his obsessive work. She demands that he come back from his research and spend some time with her and their young son, Samir. But Rami refuses, driven by his single-minded obsession to save the world. His machine finally finished, Rami conducts a test to see if it's capable of time travel. He turns the dial to the year 2045, 5 years into the future. He disappears and reappears in the exact same lab, confirming that his machine works. Overjoyed, he immediately sets the dial to 2025 and disappears. Rami reappears in the year 2025. He quickly begins broadcasting his warning to every news station he can find, desperately trying to convince them to take his warning seriously. But they don't. Everyone thinks he's just some crazy fanatic ranting about a fictional asteroid. Even worse, his appearance on live television draws the attention of the authorities, who bring him in for psychiatric evaluation. As they try to determine if he's sane, Rami is able to escape and goes into hiding. He eventually tracks down an old friend from his past, Amira, who runs a small bookstore. Rami confides in her about his time travel and the asteroid warning. Together, they come up with a plan to get the message out. Amira helps Rami reach out to her brother Youssef, who owns a printing press. Using the knowledge of the future, Rami is able to print up exact copies of scientific papers that prove the asteroid's existence. With these in hand, Rami goes to the United Nations and delivers them to the head scientist, Dr. Zara. Dr. Zara is intrigued, but she's still skeptical. Rami begs her to run the numbers and trust the science. Dr. Zara agrees and begins her own investigation. But before Rami can leave, she asks him to stay and help prove his theory. Days turn into weeks, and Dr. Zara is slowly convinced by Rami's warnings. Finally, she agrees to go public with the warning. Relief washes over Rami. Now the world knows the truth and can begin preparing for the asteroid. He tells Dr. Zara that he needs to return to his own time and asks her to send him back. She understands and activates the machine, sending him back to 2147. Back in his own time, Rami is greeted by a vision of the future where the asteroid has been destroyed and Earth is a lush planet once again. Overjoyed, he embraces Nadia and tells her that he loves her and their son. But she doesn't recognize him. Confused, Rami asks what's happened. Nadia explains that she and Samir left him behind when he disappeared in the time machine. They tried everything to bring him back, but it was no use. She then asked to be sent back to the year 2025 so she could be with Rami in the present. The two embrace and make love as they watch the sunrise over the ocean. Suddenly, Rami remembers that he never told Nadia about his love for her. He reaches for a pen and paper and writes a note. He then places it in an envelope addressed to her, placing it on the table beside her. As the sun rises higher in the sky, Rami turns on the time machine one last time. He looks at the note, tears welling up in his eyes. He knows that his actions have saved countless lives, possibly the entire human race, but at what cost? He disappears into the time machine, leaving Nadia alone in the early 21st century. What will Nadia do when she reads Rami's letter? Will she erase Rami from existence? Or will she find a way to save both him and the world? Only time will tell. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more science videos.